Hello, creators. Thank you for dropping by. Before we get started, please hit that subscribe button and notification so you know when these videos come out. And it helps us out, it helps the channel get discovered even more. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So, today's thought is an interesting one, especially for those of us that are parents. We have a tendency to want to appear to our children as, I don't know, as that we know everything. And it's a little hard to admit when you don't know something. To be able to say I don't know is tough to a child initially, unless you take it as a learning experience. So let me explain what I mean. And this is it's a good habit to develop, to teach your children and to teach your peers and to teach everyone around you. When you don't know, admit it. And when you don't know something, admit it. Say, I don't know. And I know those three words can be really hard, and sometimes it might make you seem like you're not as smart as you think you are or as smart as you want to appear. But those three words, I don't know, open up a world of possibility for you. Because if you don't know something, that means you can learn it. So let me go a little deeper. When I was growing up, many eons ago, when we didn't know something, I was fortunate enough to have an encyclopedia at home. We had the World Book Encyclopedia, and then we had the Britannica. I don't think they even make encyclopedias anymore. But now, my kids, my children, and kids today, and people today in general, when you don't know something, you have this amazing, fascinating tool full of information, all the information in the world that you could actually want, called the internet, is a few uh it's just a few fingertips away from anything you want to learn. So you don't really have an excuse to say I don't know and then to stay that way. You can say I don't know, but I can find out. But I tell my children all the time, especially my youngest, when she wants to know something and I am not the font of information that she expects me to be, or I'm not wiki dad that knows everything, I say, I don't know, but we can find out. And I proceed to go to the internet. We type in search engine titles, ideas, and we discover it together. And so, what you're teaching them and what you're teaching the people around you is not to remain unknowing, not to remain ignorant. Is that if you don't know something, new words today. If you don't know something, figure it out. If you don't know something, learn about it. I'm not saying you got to become an expert in everything, but don't just accept the fact that you don't know. Accept the fact that you don't know, and then educate yourself about it. You don't have to become an encyclopedia about whatever the subject matter is, but it's good to know something about everything. I'm not saying you have to, become the world renowned expert on whatever subject, but learn about it so that when you have to speak to someone about it, you can be educated and you can say, "Listen, I don't know much about this, but this is what I've learned." And if it's something that's really interesting or something that's really relevant or important, you could learn more because there's all this information out there for you to discover and to find. And on top of that, there's contacts that you can actually network with people regarding the information that you're looking up. So let's not get comfortable in not knowing. This is not something that you should do ever. And even though you may not be in school as an adult, the learning never stops. Remember that. Take on that attitude of the learning never stops. You may not be in school any longer, but you can still learn every single day. There's something to learn. There's so much information in this world that you're not going to be able to learn it all before the end of your life. That's how much information there is. So if you take on the attitude of the learning never stops, it's really important so that when you don't know something, you can admit it, say, I don't know, but don't stay there. This is the first half. I don't know. The next half is, but I'm gonna find out, but I'm gonna learn about it, but I'm gonna discover more about it. So don't get comfortable with not knowing. Be okay with not knowing and then expanding your information base, expanding your knowledge base. It's not that easy to say. I know. It's not that easy to say, I don't know. It's the first step. I don't know, but I'm going to find out. When you can admit that you don't know, your world explodes. Everything happens. You could just learn about anything. And it's okay. It's okay to say, I don't know. It's okay to seem foolish for a moment or two or three, but you're learning. And that's the key. And above all things, I want you to be uncommon. Have a great day.